Hello everybody and welcome back to Gargant chokes the life out of an innocent but beautiful battle babe.
Okay, so
right.
we gotta trade harm. What does this look like? You grab her around the neck, so you're using your hands, right, Brad? Like to
Hell
choke her?
fucking yeah. So I get to
So
do...
which two did you pick?
Alright. I would like to take definite and undeniable control of it.
Yeah, so you grab her around the throat, pick her up off the ground, basically.
Yep, and inflict terrible harm.
Okay, so you do 2 harm.
Yeah. That's alright, I get 2. So that's it. Those are the 2.
Yeah, so you inflict 2 harm to her, and you have control of her neck. What
Yep.
are you using to inflict harm back? Because you also get to inflict your harm on Gargant during this move.
Can I see his eyes through his helmet?
Can she see your eyes through your helmet?
No fucking way.
Fuck.
No, it's the only thing this helmet is stopping you. Like, it's the main reason for the helmet.
I mean, I'm gonna like claw on his hands, like
Do you have
as
you could
much
use
as I
it-
can.
You could use a weapon if you wanted. I mean, there's got to be like you have a gun or like a knife or something.
Okay.
Just because he's got hands around your throat doesn't mean you can't shotgun blast him in the head.
Okay. I have a chain with spikes on it, like around my fucking neck.
Okay, so yeah,
You
like
remember
as
that?
he like grasps around your neck, like the spikes are all sticking into his hands and stuff. So how much harm does it do?
It doesn't say here. Maybe.
Well, you should have wrote it down while you were putting the weapon together.
This
There are all
is
the
just gonna
options.
piss the dim off even more. You
I
fucking...
didn't know. I didn't know how to do that.
So a chain is 1 harm, spikes are another harm.
Okay.
I gotta think. It's in the Battle Babe section.
I'm gonna kill this Kesha motherfucker.
No.
No one likes Kesha, really. I'm just doing the
How
world.
did- how
I'm
did
just doing the world a
Kesha
favor.
Kesha is legit.
I'm just
how to
doing the
turn-
world a
how to
favor.
turn-
I
Just
actually,
like
I
one
actually
idea
really
really
like
like
it.
Ribbon.
There isn't a
I like
turn order.
Kesha.
You just kind of go.
Just go. Okay, that's cool.
So it's 2 harm to him as well.
Well, I mean, is it more? You gotta check what your chain does.
What does
I'm
the
trying
spiky
to
chain do?
for it, but I got fucking other shit I'm doing as well.
When you inflict harm, inflict +1 harm.
Okay, that's good.
So
you have
3
merciless,
harm.
yeah. So is it 3 harm? Does the chain only do 2?
We used to. I don't know.
I
Chain-
know, but
a
you
chain.
Go to
Is that-
fucking,
What the fuck are you? You're
Where
looking
can I
for a
find
fucking
it?
chain.
you go to Battle Babe in the Apocalypse World
A
reference
chain.
books.
A chain says 1 harm.
Okay, here we are. Look, we got it right here. It's fuck, I had to fucking go do it. All right, so chain 1 harm hand area, and spikes 1 harm, and there's one more which I think you had as hidden, which is plus infinite. So yeah, it's 2 harm plus 1 harm, 3 harm total.
Okay.
Um,
Thank you.
So you gotta add those modifiers so you know what it does next time. Same for your gun, whatever you picked. You know.
Yep.
So 3 harm total. So you're wearing armor, aren't you, Brad?
What do I have? Yeah, I do have something on, I think. Oh, I remember now. Yeah, no, I don't. I'm not fully naked. I'm gonna have to retcon
But do you
a little
have
bit.
armor on your hands? Is the question.
No, I have just boots and then the thing that I call the full metal jacket.
Yeah, like the armor. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a big coat of metal bits.
Okay, so you dig your hands in around her throat and you get fucking spiked, right?
Here's what I do have though. I do have Juggernaut,
Okay.
which means even though I'm getting spiked and I still take all that damage, I keep going, and I take a -2 on when you suffer
Yeah,
harm.
both of you have to roll the harm move now, which is however much harm you took, plus or minus any modifiers. So,
Okay.
2 for K and 3 for Brad plus -2 because you've got Juggernaut.
So,
one.
all right.
So it's 2d6 plus 1 for you, Brad, and 2d6 plus 2 for.
This is how much harm we take, right?
Yeah. No, this isn't how much harm you take. This is the result of taking that harm.
Okay.
So you take 3. If you're saying you don't have like you don't think you would be protected from these
No, my
spikes around
hands are
around
free.
the neck. So that's like 3 harm to you and 2 harm to her. is a lot of harm going around.
3 harm. So we just tick the harm on this fucking sheet, right?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. So you should be at 9 o'clock on your clock, Brad, and Tila
9
should
o'clock
be
on the clock. What the fuck are you? What the
at,
fuck is this clock thing?
I don't
Yeah.
have a clock on my
So
thing.
it's the harm thing. So
Hang on.
if yours,
I'm trying to do like 3 things.
Okay.
Oh, I see. This is 3, 6, 9. Is that
yeah,
what that is?
exactly. Yeah.
All right. I don't understand what
so-
that means, though.
So both of you rolled a 9 on the harm move, which means that I'm gonna choose one of these things that happens. You lose your footing, you lose your grip on whatever you're holding, you lose track of someone or something you're attending to, or you miss noticing something important. I think you missed something important, Kay, in that like Phil is going to intercede, probably, I would imagine. So you forget entirely about everyone around you. You're just focused on trying to breathe again. And Brad, I'm gonna say that you lose track of something that you're attending to.
Which is
In
just
your
her.
haste, no.
Oh.
I can't take her away because you said you get undeniable control, and I can't take the result of your roll back. So you're holding on to her real tight, but in doing so, you've left your axe back by the fucking train car.
Yeah.
Your weapon is in no way nearby. What's the next thing? Anybody got something they want to do here?
I am continuing to just watching her eyes pop out and I'm just there such beauty, even in death.
Remember that you can resist by acting under fire to do something that isn't what the mask wants you to do, which is just rolling cool.
Yeah, I know.
Okay? Just making sure you're aware.
I'm gonna holler out, Phil, get down here. I'm gonna push myself up and try and hobble over. And does it seem? It looks like Gargant is fully 100% fixated and not paying any attention to anything but.
He is staring directly into her eyes as he squeezes the life out of this pretty girl.
I want to see
how long has this been going
how
on?
how beautiful she is before she's dead, and then I want to
And then
see
after, too,
but I
yeah.
really want to see the transition.
Yeah.
Does it look like she's really starting
That's
to struggle?
the money shot right
She's
there.
struggling, but you can see a shit ton of blood leaking out from his hands where he's got his hands around this spiky chain around her neck.
But you-
Well, you
I
can
mean-
probably
I
see
mean,
parts
yeah.
of the spike sticking through
Oh,
the other
yeah,
side of his
through-
hands in some
through his
places.
hand in some places, definitely.
Uh,
he's really hurt.
So I'm gonna pull up my shotgun and take aim, and I'm gonna just wait, and I'm looking up and seeing if Phil comes out after shouting out.
Can I move?
Yeah.
All
There's
right.
no turns. Just do what you want to do when it's
I would,
narratively relevant.
I would hear Rick's voice, and since he is a familiar friend, I would trust and just walk out. I would grab my fucking walking stick, and just open up the door.
Mm-hmm.
I see him. He's gonna kill her.
And I look over and I see all this happening.
Gargant
so just-
choking your sister.
Yeah. So. And is there a move then I can try to, with that, try to just tell him to stop?
You could try and manipulate him,
I would like you to do that.
socially
Yeah.
manipulate. So
Yeah.
that's hex with Gargant because it's against players. It's always hex basically.
Okay. So wait, which one do I roll of these? Because you said that was.
Whatever hex you have with Gargant. So there's gonna be a number that is Gargant's hex with you. Or
Okay.
whatever.
And his was 2.
So it's 2d6 plus 2 to manipulate. Yes. Okay. Let's take a look.
Let her down.
So to manipulate on a 10 plus, for players on a 10 plus, they can go along. If they go along with you, mark experience, and if they refuse, erase one of their stat highlights for the remainder of the session.
So wait,
So either Gargant chooses to let her down and gets a free XP point because they're doing what you want, or Gargant says, no, fuck that, and keeps choking. And I erase one of his stat highlights for this.
Okay, no, let her down.
Oh, do I have to pick or him?
Yeah, you have to pick, Brad.
Shit.
To let her go, do I still have to go against the mask? Because it told me to kill her, right?
Yes. You'll have to roll to act under fire. But choosing so will mean that you're actively trying to let her go anyway. So, like, I'll give you the XP point regardless.
If you love
I think I get one either way.
Go.
I think, so either way, I either roll cool and get an XP point, or I do it and get an XP point.
You'll get 2.
Or I can get 2.
Because you're rolling cool, and you're getting an XP point for rolling cool to try and stop. So
Yeah.
you're getting 2.
Man, the mask or the master? Which one do I listen to? Wait, what did he roll? A 10.
By the way, the mask in your brain is just going like, yes, yes, good, yes, yes.
I don't know which one I would listen to, like, because I'm just at the mercy of the only 2 things that tell me what to do.
See, this is the great thing about GMing Apocalypse World. The tough decisions are up to you. I don't give a shit.
I like, yeah. this is why I play D&D, because it just goes, this is the answer, and you just move on. Okay, I guess I keep strangling.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Second I see that it doesn't stop,
Well,
I'm gonna.
the rule is I have to erase one of your stat highlights now, though.
Go for it.
So you no longer get.
I can't.
XP
I don't even hear Phil.
Okay.
I am just all I hear is the fucking thing, like yes, and I'm like looking into her eyes. I'm like I wonder if her eyes will pop. Will it make it beautiful, or will I destroy
I
the
think
beauty?
she's like, because he's pushing so hard and it's going. No one's fucking helping her. She's starting to faint.
I use my pain wave projector.
Okay. Everyone in the area takes 1 harm, like
my fucking
mental AP penetrating. Every single person. There's nothing you can do to like stop it. It's just boom, like everyone.
What exactly is it? Like what
Yeah,
is
what
it?
is
Is
it-
it
what
like a
does it look like?
flash? Like
What does it
what
look like?
happens to us when we get Adam takes
Yeah,
this
like
damage?
a really loud noise and like a flash, like where you get the like really bad spots in your eyes and you can't see fuck all, and then you get the whop whop in your ear, just like completely shakes you.
So do we
You
click
take
in
1
the
harm, right?
then,
1 harm, AP area, loud, reload, high tech. Goes off like a reusable grenade. It hits everybody but you.
Okay, so when you look
Would
at the
this stop like a flashbang in the brain? Would this stop the strangling?
Fucking hope so.
Everybody needs to roll the harm move at 1 harm.
Ooh.
By the way, everybody else in the area as well, like the cultists are all going like ah, and like falling over and fucking.
I probably would have fallen over too, because as I said, my shotgun for some stupid reason is also my cane.
Yeah.
So like, I usually have to take really good stance before I shoot this thing, so I don't fall over. But I would have fallen over.
Like I said, you guys need to roll the harm move, which is how much harm you've taken plus 2d6. So 1 harm plus 2d6.
So what about mine? Mine's a -2, so that goes
Yeah,
down
it's
to a
-2,
-1.
So it's -1. Yeah. You want to roll low on the harm move.
And what do I roll? I roll a.
Oh, that's low.
The
That's
same
high.
thing I just told everybody else to roll 2d6
2D.
plus 1, because it's the amount of harm that you take
Okay.
and 2d6.
Oh, is that bad?
Okay.
Is that good?
That's
How much
bad.
you take in from the current move is how this works, right? For the harm rolls?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Okay, so Phil is fine. Just like takes the harm and goes like, ah, bitch.
So wait, you say I take 1 harm. Do I click in the 3 in the harm then?
Yeah, you do. Yeah. So you all take one more harm. What are your harms at right now? Because I know we've got a 10 and a 9.
I'm at 6.
6
I
and
guess
3, I guess.
I'm on a 9. Am I on the 9?
Holy fuck! You guys are getting fucking destroyed by each other. We haven't even started yet.
It's pretty much a TBK
But
of someone.
what?
Can I do non-lethal?
No, not with an AP mental grenade.
Hopefully this helps though. So
But
what the fuck happens to-
this is the thing. We're gonna talk about what happens to everybody, right? Like so.
Alright.
Gargant has a 9, so Gargant loses track of something. That move is done now. So Gargant, your hands open when you get a mental like flash grenade, and K drops to the ground.
I'm
K,
fuck out.
you got a 10. So on a 10, you're out of action, or it's worse than it seemed, and you take one more harm. I think you're out of action. I think you're unconscious.
Yeah, I'm unconscious.
I think
there's no
before Gargant dropped you, you were knocked unconscious.
Yeah.
So Gargant has stopped choking you. Hopefully that's enough of an interruption, and the mask is quieter.
I grip
blood
my
everywhere,
head
but not hers.
because that hurt. So I grip my head. My bloody hands just add to the colors that are on my helm, and I'm just like stumbling backwards for a moment.
So I actually think that neither Phil or Ricky take any harm from the grenade. I think they just lose track of like what's going on because it's like a flashbang. Both of you get blinded. I can do this. I can choose to give you a circumstance instead of harm. If you miss the harm move, it's like -1 harm, and there's only one harm.
So instead of being at 6, I'm at 3. And what was this? What was the thing you had said?
You lose track of something important, and something important is just that like there's this moment where nothing, like you can't really see anything except this white flash inside of your eyeballs.
Just fully stunned.
So you can't help. You can't like do anything. You're kind of incapacitated. And,
all my mental fortitude is just going towards getting over this sort of overpowering sensation.
And for Phil, it's this moment of like stepping out, commanding, failing to command, and succeeding in commanding but not having him listen, and then the flash in your eyes causes you to like drop your cane onto the ground. So there's this like clattering noise of like the cane hitting the stone floor, and as the light fades, like everything is kind of there's like a standstill, like everybody's kind of like picking themselves up, clutching their heads, and the cultists are all doing the same thing, like you can see in the distance people groaning and like picking themselves, going like, what the fuck was that?
Who did?
I'm calmly sitting on the floor and drawing more circles in the mud with my finger. Just staring at my finger.
I'm just down.
Oh, feather. Feather.
Ricky?
How the fuck? What the fuck was that?
He killed her. She's dead.
She's not dead. She's still breathing. You can see because she's breathing by the way she looks.
She's pretty fucked up though. Probably wants some medical attention. You guys know anyone who can do that?
I'm curled up in a corner.
Same for Gargan. His hands are literally Swiss cheese.
They're held in front of my body. I'm curled up. I'm still larger than most people here, but I'm curled up in like next to a wall, the nearest wall.
Are you given permission to invoke here, Elf? Is that what that was? Because I know a guy. My knives. I don't usually use them on other people. I like to carve things into myself, and now and again I've lost a bit too much blood, and she's come and saved me quite often.
Okay, so you know an angel in Stacktown somewhere?
Yeah.
Yeah? Here, let me give you a name. I can name her for you.
Okay.
I've got a nice little list of names. Her name is Kryn, Krin. And she's an angel, like a doctor or a former doctor, who works out of they call it the Stacktown Hospital, but it's really just Kryn and like 2 other people in like a workspace for what used to be a machine shop, like fixing people on the slabs there.
Just a couple like bored out shipping containers, probably like stacked too high and too wide.
Yeah, it's Kryn, Rags, and Inch.
Kryn could
The all
save
angels.
Who's that?
Kryn, she's an angel.
Where's Kryn?
I just kind of point towards the way the door.
Oh God. I look up. Do I see Phil sort of standing at this point after dealing with the blast, or?
I would have picked up my cane and walked towards Gargant. But yeah, I would be on my way towards him.
Phil, it might be best if I take Kay here to Stacktown, get her looked at.
I would not listen. I would keep on walking to fucking Gargan.
Okay. Also,
What do you do when you get to Gargan? Is the question.
I thought he was going. Okay.
Ricky, go, and then we'll.
Okay. It doesn't respond to that. Also, I have news. I have news from Harvey, direct from Harvey. This you might actually want to pay attention to before, Ricky.
You know who Harvey is, Phil.
I have this thing where I continually tell the person or the person who I'm talking to my own personal name.
Yeah.
He does this all the time. Not knowing it.
That's why people call him Ricky. It's not even his name. He just says Ricky.
Just says it so much, yeah. It's just inevitably become his own name, and I'm just oblivious to it, but also still answer to it. That's absolutely the truth. Listen, Phil, you're gonna want to hear me out.
I still will go to Jelligargus first because he has disrupted whatever the fuck I was doing.
Gargus.
I am holding my hands and just whimpering for a moment. As you get closer, I see you coming, and I kind of like whimper away a little more. And it was the mask.
I probably would know about the mask and all
Definitely
that.
Definitely not the first time Gargan has fucking wrecked someone's shit for no
I probably
reason.
did. I probably looked exactly this way after we burned down the fucking house.
Yeah.
No, I'm sure you've done like stupid shit before because of the mask, and I know it's a hazard, but you're still like helpful.
It was the mask. The mask.
Can I?
He to tell me.
Can I slap him without harm?
Sure.
Or would that have to be
like narratively, sure. I mean, wearing a helmet, so you'll just be like.
All right, well, I will take my cane then, like the top knob part of it, and just slap him on the head.
I'm gonna offer up my hands to him. They're all bleeding and fucked up.
You realize that Ricky's been talking to you about an angel from behind you as soon as you see these bloody hands in front of you that Gargan's got, like.
Yeah, then I would turn around towards Ricky.
And then I'll attempt to stand up. I guess, how fucked up am I? 9? That's pretty bad, right?
You're at 9, which is like you need a doctor or you won't get better.
My hands are just they've got these huge puncture wounds in them that need to be sutured up or whatever.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll stand up and not care about them as much. But they're cold under me, but I'll stand up again because, Phil wants me to work.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's come over and got me and hit me. I assume he wants me to kill Ricky, so I just stand behind. Slowly, whatever's going on in this next scene is just me slowly lumbering up behind Phil and going to stand just behind him, whatever happens here. Quietly whimpering.
Phil, I got word from Harvey. Your guys have been siphoning gas. The couple different stations around Stacktown. You guys are gonna have to stop that. Look, it's not coming from me. This is coming from Harvey. She wanted me to come down here and kill all of you for this. So this isn't coming from me. But I talked her into basically just sending you a message and just letting you know that this is what was going on. If I didn't know you'd probably all be dead right now with the kind of gunpowder that she's got in Stacktown. So I'm just letting you know. It's probably in your best interest to start paying for your gas. And aside from that, what about Kay and Tiny over there? They're pretty rough shape. You got anybody who can take care of them?
I'm on my hands and knees and kind of looking at Kay to see if she's alive or dead, or mostly just to look at the state in between alive and dead, sniff her a bit.
I mean, I think she's pretty damn hurt, breathing, but very lightly, From being
Quickly
strangled,
motion.
like this almost blue mark around her neck from just having hands just cuff around her throat.
And blood.
I imagine
me.
there's and I imagine there's a couple of little puncture wounds in your own throat because from your own chain,
Yeah.
Bad place to have puncture wounds, but that's why you're at 10 or whatever 9. It's bad. I'm currently looking up the healing rules because I have to say I don't know them.
No one's ever done
yeah.
this.
Yeah,
No one's just abusively attacked someone to 10 damage
I'm
immediately.
currently just quickly looking that up while we like continue to do stuff. You know.
Are you sure she's dead, Ricky?
There's a chart here that is like the levels of harm, basically like harm 0, harm 1, blah blah blah, so forth. Like harm 0 is like kids throwing rocks. 1 harm is like a fist and boot applied with intent. Harm 2 is like a guy with a hammer, a crossbow, a handgun. Like harm 3 is like an assault rifle.
Oh my god, I'm fucking fucked up.
Harm 4 is like serious fucking automatic fire. Harm 5 is like being tied down and chopped in half with an axe. You know, these are like the levels of like how fucked up a harm blank move will make you.
God damn.
I have no hands left. I'm bleeding from like I must have fucking got spikes in my wrists.
Well, you basically like applied pressure to a very bladed, pointy object. You know, like you cut your own shit up. It's like down to the bone.
Like imagine a choker with literally blades sticking out.
I've got like 3 fingers where the tendons have snapped and they're all curled in and I can't control them anymore. I'm just kind of like this, curled up under me, standing there. I am Juggernaut though, so I can
so the way that
pain.
healing works, just so that we know, before like 6 o'clock, harm will go away by itself. Like so, over time, harm will just dissipate if it's less than 6. You're at less than 6. But 6 to 9, the harm won't get better by itself. After 9, unstabilized harm will get worse by itself, and it'll only get better with medical treatment. So like if you have like 9 harm and you just leave it, over the course of sessions, it will literally get worse and you'll die of like infection or whatever.
That is my intention right now for the
just
record.
Just so you know.
Yeah, I mean, I will just stand there and slowly let it get infected and lose my hands and die.
Anyway, there you go. So you guys are headed to Kryn, maybe, to do something about that? I don't know.
I'm not.
She needs an angel.
What do you say, Phil? I'm getting out of here. This place stinks, but am I taking these 2 or no? Or do you got an angel here yourself? I don't know. This place reeks.
You definitely don't have an angel. Your people are, as you described, meth heads.
We'll have to discuss the gas at a later time, but yes, take them into town.
Are you going with them?
I don't think
Could be a good time for a meeting. That's all I'm saying.
It would. No. Yeah, I'd be going with them.
Can you drive us, Rick?
Yeah, if that later time is right now. Look, Harvey's not fucking around with this, Phil. You can't push this off. What?
We can talk in the car.
It's a truck, Phil. Yeah. Let's go. And I turn and hobble off. Like I'm like legit, like probably 4'9", 4'10", and I got a bit of a hobble because I'm probably in my late 50s, which is I'd say ancient in an apocalyptic setting.
Yeah, it's pretty old.
Since your hands, I would gesture to one of my followers, known as Xbox, and I would tell him to pick up, or help K out to the truck.
Okay, so Xbox goes with you, and Xbox and PlayStation don't get along. You know, but
where's PC Master Race when you need him?
I imagine Xbox as like a very tall lady with like Zarya level like buffness. You know, this is like a lady who could beat up any healthy man on any given day, but she's a little strung out. You know, like if she weren't so hooked on drugs, she'd be really strong. But
yeah.
Take her to the truck.
Well, gesture for it.
Yes, boss.
And also, I would look back at Gargus as well. Am I saying that? I think I fuck it up.
Gargant.
With a T.
Yeah, Gargant. And gesture him as well.
I look at him. We are going to to town?
Yes.
My hands are not. Look, and I try and do this motion, and like half my fingers don't move.
You can see through some of the wounds when you do this.
It's
There's
just
like that
blood.
bone. There's like a bit of a bone movement with like blood leaking out. Yeah, you can like see it move.
Am no help to you. Maybe tomorrow I can
Follow
help.
them to the truck, Gargant.
Oh, I look over at my axe and I try and grab it, and I can't. And I try grab with the other hand, and I can't. And it falls. And then I lean down and I like scoop it up in my arms, like my little broken hands, and then I start heading towards the car. And
Seeing you like struggling with it, actually PlayStation goes like, boss, should I help with that? I could go too, you know.
Can you bandage that up? I don't want blood all over the car, over the truck. I just cleaned it out like an hour ago. Can you someone get, I don't know, towel? Do you have towels here?
Can I control my followers too and tell them to do shit?
Yeah, but
out
not
of character. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not directly, but certainly, like, you could be like, go do this thing, and they will, if that makes sense for them to do it, you know?
All right. Well, then I would once again shift my staff, my cane,
Yeah.
towards one of the, because there's a bunch of just newspaper shit across the floor, and I would just gesture towards that.
Bandage him up.
Yeah, sure, boss. Yeah, and PlayStation like gets to it because he's nearby, like looking to get some favor, and like grabs some newspapers and goes like, "Hey, big guy, no hard feelings. Let me help you with that." He like wraps the newspapers around and takes the axe out of his.
Don't let him do any
You
of
don't let
it.
him?
No.
Oh, okay.
My hands hurt, and I think he's trying to steal my axe and take my position as Phil's best friend. No.
Boss? What?
We do not have time for this. Gargant, get to the truck.
Okay, I go to the truck.
Oh, okay. I'll keep watch here. You know, PlayStation goes back over to the gang like, whew. You know, I want to get fucking choked to death by Bloody Hands McGee over there.
I think I could do it. I could maybe elbow him to death, like.
God damn it, Gargant! Here, take this. And I peel off my dirty old greasy, oily, sweaty shirt and toss it at him. Wrap that around your hands. I don't want no blood on the seats. It's clean.
I look at
You
Phil.
look at it. It's definitely not clean.
I look at Phil with this
Take it,
rag
Ricky.
over my shoulder. I do
Here.
this for him now.
Phil, can you tell him to wrap his hands up?
Yes. Clean yourself.
Drop the axe onto the ground outside and pick up the rag and just attempt to tear it in two slowly with like the pinky fingers. Just
One of your pinkies flops off as you're pulling this.
Just like wrapping these two bundles. I wrap one around and it just looks like a match, right? Like a torch, like a medieval torch. And the other one, it's just a bundle that I wrap around. That's just, this one's barely on. It's like just rag, just hanging off, but it's kind of an okay job.
It's keeping the blood in there, you know?
And I pick up the axe, and then I go and head to the truck. Is Kay there?
Yeah, Xbox brought her out and like put her in the truck.
I look at Xbox. Is he in the truck?
She.
she.
She's standing outside. She's waiting for Phil to like confirm whether she's supposed to be coming or not, sort of thing.
But Kay's in the truck?
Yeah, Kay's in the truck.
I like shoulder Xbox out the way. I sit next to Kay.
Sure, big guy. Yeah, you do that. I'm sure she'll love that.
I sit next to Kay, and my rag, which is very quickly like soaking up the blood, I just stroke the side of her face.
While she's unconscious.
Yeah. Such beauty. She's very beautiful.
They must kill her.
She sure is, buddy. Yeah. Phil, you want me along on this, or?
Yes. Come along.
Sure.
So the thing about that there is, Phil, is that there's no seats left. So if he wants to come along, we got to strap him on top of the whole fucking truck. That's the only way he's going to come along on this trip.
Ricky, we could take the car.
No. The van stays where the van stays.
We got a van.
If there's no space, there's no space. Fine, I'm not gonna make a problem about it.
All right, you know what? You can hop in the back of the van. This one time.
I'll go in the van. I'll look after the van.
No, you're not
Ricky.
allowed in the van.
I'll look after.
You're not allowed to let anywhere near the van.
Ricky, let me look after.
You're
the
not
van.
allowed near the van, Feather. Ever. No, off limits.
I would like to manipulate.
Okay.
So I assume I can't use. I have to use my hex with him, right?
Yes.
Okay.
What'd you get? 6. That's a fail. You do not succeed in manipulating. So you fail. You go like, pretty please, and he goes no, and then it's over.
When he used that voice, and I know when he uses that voice, it's end of conversation.
Yeah.
It's like, no. You know, Liz, okay, Liz, Feather, look, use Xbox. If you want to come along, get in the van.
Sure, I'll
Passwords. And I go over to him. It's like a keypad. It's 6969.
Alrighty. And then, gets in the back of the van. So that they can come along. And I guess you guys head into town then, huh? As a band of injured people.
Phil, I'm constantly staring at you inside the cab. Constantly.
Yeah, I would pay no mind to that either. I would just have to have this fucking issue resolved because it's stupid.
So the hospital is easily accessible once you park, in the loading area or whatever, where all the big trucks are and the transport vehicles and so forth. The hospital's not far. It's sort of like almost center of Stacked Town, in one of the bottoms of one of the ship hulls. There's sort of like a big open space that like looks like it's being used for like mechanics at one point, but now is like redressed as a hospital. There's like white cloths across like slabs, and there's a wall of items that are all like hanging off of hooks that you'd usually see like wrenches and so forth on, but it's like a big fucking syringe, some like nasty looking scissors, and like all this kind of stuff, like surgical tools, quote unquote.
Bone saw.
Though there's
usually.
though there's also like a chainsaw there, and like what's that for? Who knows? And there's a couple of people like moving around here. There's like an injured person or two in the back. One of them who has like one of the Harvey's gangs like jackets on, who's got like a laceration down their arm that's getting stitched up by one of the docs. And one of them turns to you as you enter through like this like almost
Who's carrying me?
rolling
by the
garage
way?
door. Xbox, I imagine. is
Oh,
carrying.
he's okay. They're in there.
She.
Sorry, I'm yeah.
She's just big and strong. But there's a big like sort of like rolling door, that opens, and you guys sort of come in through there. And as you do, this mousy sort of like character of indeterminate gender, it's hard to tell, wearing like a white coat with lots of like red stains on it, turns around, and they've got like glasses that are like thick rimmed with like this white masking tape in the middle, and very short hair, like very, very short on the sides, and like sort of like just a little longer on the top. They turn around and they go, oh, you all look like you've had something of a day.
Is this what's her face?
This is Kryn. Yeah.
Kryn. That's it, Kryn. I run up to Kryn expecting my standard lollipop she gives me to shut me up every time I go there.
Okay, so you come up to her, and you guys have like this established relationship of like when you get a boo-boo, you get a candy. And Crane,
Mostly because I ask her really weird questions. I want to see all the dead bodies at the back and stuff.
Crane just like before you can even say anything goes like pulls one out of her pocket. Where she gets these, nobody knows. But she hands it over like immediately to you. Like quietly over there. All right, somebody tell me what's going on.
I'm running after Feather. I've forgotten everything. I've just seen something which I think was a lollipop, and I need it now. I need one too, if nothing else. I just walk after Feather.
Hey, big guy. Come over here. Come over here. Look. She pulls another like yellow one this time out of her pocket and like waves it in front of her. Like, look over here.
My mitten hands come up.
It's very nice. Now I'll give this to you, but only after you show me what's wrong so that I can help. Looks like your hands are a little hurt there.
I look at Phil.
Yes.
Yes, please, hurting hands. This one. I look over at the body of Kay. She tried to kill me. I need a lollipop to make better.
Well, here. We're gonna make you all better.
Is
so
only thing which make better is.
Just come over here and sit down on the slab right there. Just so
I'm salivating, but you can't see it. It just a bit drops out from under the mask.
Yeah, she like tries to get you to sit down, and then like unwraps the plastic on the lollipop and like looks for a place she can put it through the helmet. Yeah, because you got your hands all wrapped up. So.
It goes up into the helmet and then it just disappears. There's some like sucking noises from inside the helmet, and then no
stick and all. Yeah,
no further noise. Yeah, just.
I keep saying she, but indeterminate to gender. Yeah, ambiguous androgynous doctor.
Yeah.
They look at the rest of you, and say, "What the hell's going on? Who else needs help? I hope you have a little bit of like some chips to trade or something for this."
Phil, this is all you here, bud.
Not that I'm not gonna help, but
help them first.
All right.
Trade.
Here, let me take a look at his. Let me take a look at his hands, and like, they sort of reach up to where your hands are.
I don't care. They can do what they want.
Yeah, like sort of like pulls like the way that doctors do, sort of like moves you exactly where they want you, and then like unwraps the hands. You see all the sticky blood and like puncture wounds and stuff, and like, ooh, that's gonna need some suturing. That's gonna need some tender love and care, certainly, and cleaning. Lots of cleaning. What about her? They say without like turning around, seeing a K in the arms of Xbox.
Is there a table nearby, like somewhere where people would lay down?
Yeah. There's a couple of like covered slabs. Some of them are different. Like one of them looks like a machine table. The other one looks like a table with a cloth over it. The other one looks like a gurney. And so Xbox puts her down on the table. And Kryn waves to somebody in the background and goes, "Inch, come on over here. This one's gonna be easy. That's no problem. Just suture up the hands, and tell them not to move. It'll be fine." And this, this what I can only describe as a kid, like 12 years old, maybe. Like boy, with long like coil of like almost like thick thread and a needle comes over and sort of like pulls your hands down a little bit and then gets to work like trying to fix you up. He's not gentle, but he's super efficient.
It probably hurts a lot, but Gargant is basically a dog. Right?
Yeah.
And he's now got like a bone. So he's like when the dog has a thing and it's just like,
yeah.
And you can do anything to it. That's what's happening right now. So it's the perfect thing you can just fuck him up. I have the Juggernaut thing, which literally just means that
And Corinne-
I don't feel pain very much.
Corinne quietly, for those of you who are watching, quietly like pulls another lollipop out of her pocket and like slips it to Inch and goes like, "If he stops, give him another one."
Yeah.
like-
I've got all these like suture marks up my arms and shit. Like,
Yeah.
I've probably been here before.
Oh yeah. And Corinne goes over to where Kay is lying and looks at the injuries and says, yeah, bruising. It's not great. Probably a bit of asphyxiation. Nothing a little neurostim won't take care of. Plus maybe some ointment or something for the neck irritation. A few puncture wounds. That's not so bad. It's not much of a problem. We can fix it up. We can fix it up real good.
I mean, if she'd like turn her around, she'd probably see kind of the needle marks on like the veins, like on the
That's
inside
not
of
uncommon. That's not even
arms.
uncommon. That's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
uncommon. Like this whole town is on drugs. It's totally not uncommon for her to see that kind of thing. She
Probably
doesn't-
more uncommon to see clean arms.
Yeah, she doesn't even bat an eye at that. She walks over to the wall and like draws some liquid from this like IV bag that's hanging with a needle and like comes back over and carefully positions around your neck somewhere and gives you some stim of some kind, undetermined medical mumbo jumbo. And they turn around back to their group after that and say, a little bit of rest, both of them will be okay. Gonna be a little hurt though for a bit. Don't do anything too strenuous. I say this every time, but you're gonna be back here with bullet wounds in like a day. You know how it goes. I gotta say it. If I don't say it, and I feel bad for not advising you correctly. Now, payment. I'm thinking like 1 worth of chips for each.
Do I have money? Because we don't really have an inventory per se.
You have barter. Like you start with barter.
Okay. Oh, yeah. So I have. Okay, cool.
But I haven't been home, and I've been kind of taking the drugs and selling them and not coming back with the money.
Yeah, I do have some on me. I wonder if I should pay them.
I have like a bum bag or like a fanny pack if you're from America, which is just full of oddments, which are mine, but basically you go through it every night and just take out the things that are worth nothing, but leave the things in it which are worth stuff. So it's yours. I carry around.
I know you have them, right?
I carry around a purse with 2 barter in it. And I just pick things up. I just see, oh, shiny, and I pick it up and put it in the thing. And
keep in mind that you want to keep at least 1 barter for your lifestyle, like at the end of this session for next session, just so that like you can survive. Because at 0 barter, you're like begging for scraps on the corner.
I assume that Phil.
I know. I know, but
I am Phil's dog. Like that is my entire character motivation. Is that I am just a big dog human.
All I'm saying.
Wait, okay.
And I assume Phil treats me in the same way, that he just shows up with some water and a bowl of food and just puts it on the ground in front of me, and then I just sit and eat it sometimes.
So 2 barter for the heals. Basically,
I'll keep 1 barter back for.
Is what Kryn is asking. And this will put them both back to 6, but any strenuous activity is gonna prevent them from healing. But it'll be over time, they'll get better.
Yeah, no, I have 4, so I would take 2 out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So you hand her like a fistful or 2 of poker chips, or like 1 or 2 of them that are worth more. I'm sure that different chips have different value, just like they do for poker. And
so I just gotta ask, is that like her? So if I have 4, I give her 2, right? So
yes.
Okay.
Consider barter to be an abstract thing that we've decided is represented by poker chips, basically. Like we've decided that chips are the money, so that the oddments worth barter are
chips.
The poker chips. Yeah. because you could just say it's a barter system and there's like abstract value, but we've decided that there's this currency, right? So
one barter is like 100 chips.
Yeah, it's like a pocket full of chips, like whatever that is. So you hand her some chips and she puts them away, happy to have been paid for the thing because people have screwed her before, obviously. But Hippocratic oath and all that. And Kryn goes, yeah, just let them rest for a bit. They'll be fine. Everything's gonna be okay. Don't put them through any strenuous activity too much anyway. Comfy beds, or at least somewhere they don't have to move around too much. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're most welcome.
I would gesture to Xbox once again to put K in the van. In the truck.
In the truck. Kay, you're sort of regaining consciousness at this point. Whatever the drug was that Kryn injected in you is like some powerful stuff. It's like a stimulant or something that's like, adrenaline almost. It's got your heart beating and your eyes are open when Phil goes like put her in the truck. You're already awake, sort of thing.
What's going on?
What do my hands look like, Elf?
It looks like Inch has like sewn the parts up that had you've got lots of little stitches like sort of across your hands.
Out? Like the bandage but out?
Yeah, they're out and Inch is just like pouring some clean water over them basically at this point.
As soon as Kay's awake, I am just like, Kay, look at my hands. I whip them up out of the dude's trying to pour the ointment on. Look at this. Look.
I mean, would I remember? I mean, I imagine that being asphyxiated.
Would you? I mean, that's up to you.
Oh God. Okay, let's. I want to roll for it.
This is me.
I don't remember it. It's very fuzzy. My head really, really hurts. Could I get some more of that? Whatever you gave me.
Classic junkie.
Kryn looks over and goes like, one per customer, I'm afraid.
I mean...
What I can give you... Lollipop. Out of her pocket, like just magically. For being a good girl. You're muted.
Oh!
You were muted.
I hit her hand away.
Okay. You hit her hand away?
Yeah.
The lollipop hits the floor with like a slow, like.
I would like to attempt to dive and catch the lollipop.
Oh God! Please don't.
It's going to happen.
Okay, so you
Juggernaut.
Have you ever thrown a chip across the room and seen what a dog does?
You hop off the bench immediately and like lean and grab it. And Inch is going like whoa! I just finished stitching that. Don't put them in the dirt. Like immediately. Like,
yeah, I'm on all fours on the ground. Probably rip
right
one
away.
suture up and then I lift it up towards Kay, and I offer it to Kay. You drop. You want drop or you not want?
Kryn's like, I don't think she wants it.
I take it, I lick it, and then I give it back to him. I plop it into his helmet.
And I sit down on the ground in front of Kay.
So
noises.
So both of you who are at like a higher harm, feel free to set it back to 6. Generally, like healing should be sort of a little bit slower and like more of a slog. Like you want it to be inflicted easily and taken away hard. But because like we jumped into some like very hostile mechanics straight away and stuff, like I feel like I'll give it to you easy this time. For going back to 6, and then that'll fade in time.
It was entirely you.
Nothing at this point.
You're Norman. Norman is the mask.
I know, but you could have done anything, and you just decided to fucking go for it.
Yeah.
So
I had to throw a grenade to stop you, Brad.
No, you
So,
had to throw
You
a grenade to
made me
stop
do that.
Gargant. Okay.
at the end of Kryn's lovely doctor's appointment, let's take a break.
Yes.
We'll be back.
And I will consult the hat to whether I should finish the job when we return. I probably won't.
Gargant sorting
I
hat.
probably
Name of
won't,
the episode.
but I don't know what's going to happen. But I probably won't.
We play to find out what happens, Brad.
I will then. We'll see you in a couple of minutes.